Welcome to Lawrenceburg Almost Live, and I'm Tiffany Azanero here with Tia Chilton, and we are back inside, thank God,
That's right.
at
It's
Tia's
hot
house.
today. Air conditioner's on.
Yeah, it's a little hot outside, and I was burning.
Kentucky.
I know, I was burning up last week,
You chose to sit in the sun.
but I'm always on this side. I'm a creature of habit.
I know.
I can't
You
get.
should be so predictable.
I'm a little OCD about stuff.
You should be so predictable.
I know, but we're back at Tia's house.
Air conditioning's on, but it's not bad. It's only 80-something degrees outside, which is normal for July in Kentucky. It's anything. It's a little cool.
I know, but still, it was.
It's not raining.
It's not raining. No,
It's been
not
pretty all
raining.
week.
I know, it's supposed to rain all next week.
Next week,
though.
every day next
It's
week.
supposed to be really nice outside this weekend.
Yes, and we have a tournament.
Oh,
on
good.
Saturday.
That's good.
And we play at 8 o'clock and 11 o'clock.
It'll be really cool at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, but I'll have shorts and t-shirt on.
Yes, you will.
regardless.
Mhm. And the sun will be out, and you gonna get some sun.
Well, yeah.
See what I told you? I would be.
I know.
I have on a sleeveless shirt. And I told Tia I couldn't take my jacket off because I'd be waving.
Take your jacket off. And she's like, no, it's a sleeveless shirt. I said, why are you afraid all your wings going to flap everywhere? She said, yes.
See, and I already did it. So no, I'm not taking my jacket off.
She's all super dressed because she had to work today, obviously. And I worked today, but I took my uniform off and changed clothes. So I've got a t-shirt and shorts.
That brown is just
No,
not
tan's not
becoming.
good.
Tan
No.
isn't becoming on Tia.
It is not.
She's too pretty to have that tan
Ugh,
on.
it's-
We need a new color. For
We
you
do,
all.
Sheriff Joe. I need a new color. I asked him if I could have some blue in it before, and he was like, I don't
No,
think
blue
so.
brings out the color of your eyes.
I know, right?
Yes.
Even if we just had a special uniform for me,
Just for Tia.
because I'm a
Just
princess.
special for Tia.
Tiara.
Yes, just for Tia with
Yeah.
her tiara.
They'll be like, it's the chick in the courthouse.
You know.
The one in blue.
The one in blue.
Thinks
The
she's-
one that
thinks
kicks us
she's-
out.
The one thinks she's special. I tell them that all the time when we get done. I'm like, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I'm shutting and locking the doors.
Bye. Get out.
That's right. Or I lock them in.
Yeah.
What? It keeps the riffraff out. Shoes right. Big court today. So, speaking of court, let's talk about this. We had two of these gentlemen in school, or at school. School. I saw school because I saw school. We had them in court today. They were stopped and arrested, I guess it was last week, maybe, and charged with trafficking in crystal meth near elementary school. So that's an additional charge for those of you who are not familiar with the law. I assume that they were probably charged with an additional charge within 1,000 yards of a school. I didn't read it to see, and I didn't pay attention in court today to see if that was the case. Do you know? Were they charged with that?
Well, I will say that there is an additional charge, and
But I don't know if they were charged with that, though.
yes, they were.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, that's public record. I'm
Yes.
not talking about anything that's
Right,
not
right,
public
right.
record.
Right. Right. And they were already arraigned today in court.
They were arraigned, or were they on?
Not arraigned.
I think they were on for preliminary hearings.
You're correct. They were video arraigned last week, I think it was, and they were on for yes, all that fancy lawyer and stuff. I've learned it in 3 years, but whew, it's a lot. No wonder you're out of school for 3 years, right?
It's a lot.
It is a lot. And I'm like, okay, do I have this right? This, and this? And she's like, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, what happens with this and this? And she'll tell me, and I'm like, okay, I got that now. Okay.
She gonna have her honorary law degree soon.
Oh, I know just enough to be dangerous. People call me and ask me that all the time. And I know they do that to you because you're an attorney, and I feel bad for my attorney friends and my doctor friends because I know people are always asking them attorney questions and doctoring questions when they're not at work, and I know it drives you all crazy. But you would be amazed at the number of people who ask me law questions all the time, and I have to start the conversation with, I am not an attorney. I cannot practice law. I do not have a license to do that. And they're like, oh no. I'm like, oh no, but you can still tell me. And I do usually know the answer to the question, or at least can direct them. But I'm like,
you know procedures, and a lot of time people just want
Yes.
to know procedures.
yes. For the courthouse, yes.
Yes.
But even about law, even when I was working the street, even before I worked in the courthouse and I worked the street every day, people would call me and ask me questions about, well, what about this, and this, and what happens in this, and this? And I would usually know the answer to the question, but
The only real question that I will never answer is about protection with a gun? I'm
Yes.
not ever going to answer that question, so don't even ask.
Yes.
Don't. I'm not going to answer
Yes.
that question.
Well, because you know we have a stand your ground.
I'm not answering.
Castle.
We're not going to even talk about
We have a
it.
castle law in Kentucky
We're not
now
going to talk about it.
that we never had until
I'm not going to talk about it.
4 or 5 years ago.
So you can go ask another lawyer, because I ain't talking about it.
But you have to pay them for it because that's what they do. They get paid
And that's how they support their family.
and have to pay back their law school loans.
Yeah, I'm still paying on mine.
Yeah. And you're not a spring chicken anymore. So, wah wah. Truth hurts.
Way
baby.
to burst your bubble!
You really think you're still a spring chicken? Because you're not.
No, my gray is, my sparkle's starting to shine again.
That's right. So, see, she's not a spring chicken.
I'm not a spring chicken.
She's not as old as me. but She's not
No, but I am still paying on my law.
But it takes a
I don't pay very much on my law school loans.
takes a long
I
time
work
to
for
pay
the
that
government.
It takes a long time to pay that off, though.
It does,
It's
so.
3 years of extra school.
Yes.
So.
You know, there was, I don't know who it was, so if this is you, I really don't know that this is you that I'm talking about, but there was this nice lady that came in and got a divorce packet from legal aid, and was going to do her own divorce. Okay, that's fine. You can be your own lawyer. That is
Yes.
fine.
You're allowed
but
to do
she
that.
came in the office and wanted me to help her fill it out.
No.
Well, I get paid to do that. Like,
Professionally.
that's how I make my money.
Right.
So, I mean, yes, I'm the county attorney and get money. I get paid to do that, but that's not included in my pay.
Right.
Like, that's how I feed my family.
Like asking Dr. Friends to diagnose you at 8 o'clock at night.
Right.
Over the
so,
phone.
you know. Anyway, so
Anyway, but you can talk about this
the garbage.
because she is the county attorney now, so she has to attend the fiscal court meetings
Yes. Mm-hmm.
as the attorney who represents the county of Anderson.
Yes.
So it's not just in court that you have to represent, but you have to represent the fiscal
Yes.
court.
Yes.
So you can talk about what your all's fiscal court meeting was last week, because I'm a private citizen
Mm-hmm.
in respect when we built our house, so I don't have a business, but we had to have a dumpster here when we built our house, or one of those great big
Mm-hmm. Did you
ginormous
check your
dumpsters.
bill to make sure that you weren't charged an overage fee?
I did not. After I read this, I was like, that was a year, not quite a year ago. But it made me question. That's my point is,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think to check that and see.
Yes, I'm quite curious about that too. So, Brad Smith, who is a business owner in town,
Has lots of businesses.
has lots of businesses and he has lots of dumpsters. And he indicated to us that he was getting charged an overage fee. Well, by virtue of us having a franchise with Republic Services, they bid a contract. They bid these prices that they could charge for private, just everyday people, and then
Like
commercial
me.
businesses.
Right.
And nowhere in this bid that we accepted and adopted as the county franchise is there an overage fee. There's nothing
That says.
that says they can charge an overage fee. And what Mr. Smith said was that he would get charged this and wouldn't pay it. And then when he wouldn't pay it, they wouldn't come pick up his garbage.
Right. Which makes it a vicious
So
cycle.
it was a vicious cycle. And he has a lot of restaurants that are tenants.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they don't come pick that up, you know what
Stinks and critters
stinks
and
and that. So,
turns into rats and
well, they can't charge that fee. And that is my opinion.
yes. So that is her as the county attorney. That's her professional opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So what you should know about when they're saying overage fees. So when you get a large dumpster, I know this because we had one.
Mm-hmm.
When you get a large dumpster, there's a fill line at the top. You know, right at the very top of it. It says, "Do not fill past this line." And I understand that because when they transport it, they don't want stuff blowing out and falling out of it. I get that. That becomes a roadway issue when they get it down the road. So I understand that. But what he was saying is if it sticks up at all, or if the lid was lifted up at all, that's what he was getting that overage fee for. I think one of the things that shocked me the most when I read this article was that they were even getting charged overage fees. So Republic would say, okay, snow days, we can't get there because the roads are so bad and there's snow. So we're not going to come on our normal day, which is, say, Monday. Okay, so they don't come on Monday. Then they don't get there until Wednesday or Thursday. Well, obviously, because it's 2 more additional days, then that increases the chance of that field line being crossed because you've got more trash because you're running a business, right? So then they would charge him an overage fee. Well, that's wrong 4 kinds of ways. And you may say, well, why is that important to me? Because I don't own that business. I'm not that business owner. You're not that business owner. However, when they incur those costs, they have to make up for that somewhere as a business, which then in turn sometimes causes them to have to raise prices.
And it trickles down.
Right, it trickle down on economics. So then it causes them to have to raise prices on other things to make up for it. So if it's a restaurant, you may see your favorite dish that you go to the restaurant, and you may pay normally, we'll say $6.99 for it, and they've raised it to $7.25 when you go in there because they've had to offset those costs. So that's why it's important to you. So if you're listening to this and you think, well, it don't affect me, it only affects people who own businesses. No, it can affect you. So that's why it's kind of a big deal, other than the fact that it's just wrong.
And
Because it's not the contract.
They can't charge an overage fee, period. So,
So it makes me want to go back and look at my bills, but I don't know that I have any of those bills left, because, you know, I might in that pile of construction stuff over there, maybe.
I need to ask my mom to check her bill because they have a dumpster, and then I had told Philip to check the shop's bill to
Yes.
see.
L&W.
But he hasn't told me if he's checked them. He's probably.
So if you are a business owner, or you're running a business, and maybe, you know, maybe you're not the owner, but you're the manager of the business, or the assistant manager of the business, or you have some access to that, be sure to check your bill and find out, because if you've been paying those overages, you shouldn't have been paying those overages.
Right.
So it's not been taken care of yet, but that's something that they're working
We are.
on.
I met with the county judge today to talk about
Okay.
setting up a meeting, so we're working on that.
So then when they come out with how they're going to handle it, she can talk about it again, and then whatever the recourse is, then we'll let you know what that is.
Yes,
Okay? So that's your law lesson for the week. Maybe we should have one of those every week.
a law lesson.
A law lesson for the week. We have 2 small children passing through the room. That's not supposed to be. By Reagan. Reagan Dudley's at my house with my other child. Her mom and daddy live up the street, Jason and Jody. So I think she's on her way home because she has to be at home at a certain time.
Oops.
So they walk each other home and back. Yes, you may.
Okay.
They meet each other halfway, and then they walk, but it's
Yeah,
fine. I'm
they're
fine
good.
with that. Yeah,
They're all good.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
They're too mean to pick up and carry away.
All right, so what else we got, Tia?
Okay, so let's see. I think in this.
Okay, listen,
Oh.
real quick. In the way we were.
Yes,
So
I love the way we were.
sheriff is the little crown bearer.
Is he really?
Yes,
It
look.
is Joe Milam.
Joe Milam is the little crown. You gotta look
So
at
it's
it. You gotta
Miss,
check it out.
Miss Anderson County Fair, 1968. Janet Kirsch, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. George Kirsch, was crowned Miss Anderson County Fair, 1968, at the Fair and Horse Show. Then it goes through her whole fair court, okay? And then it gets to...
Look, Katrina Shields, Katrina Oni is the
Flower girl.
Flower girl. Look
And
at her.
Joe
how cute.
Milam, our current sheriff, is the crown bearer with his little pillow with his crown sitting on it.
They are precious.
I need to cut that out and stick it up in the office.
I know, I think you probably should.
With a big arrow
I love
pointing
that. That is so cute.
He looks like he's probably, what, 6, 7 maybe?
Oh, look. Let's see, 30 years ago, BJ Crane graduated from the police
Police
basic
Academy.
training at EKU.
On Wednesday, July 27th.
How awesome is that?
See, I love this page. I read this
know, I
page
love this
every
page,
week.
too. I know, that is so awesome.
Because I'm like, oh, I remember when that happened. Or I'll look back times before I was ever born. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Or, oh, I didn't know that. Or,
Yeah, so there's Sheriff Joe.
yes. So, you
Have
know,
fun.
You know, he ain't watching this. He don't even know I'm talking about
No,
it.
probably not.
I'll tag his wife, though. She'll be watching it. She'll be
Okay,
like, hey.
so we have the county fire stations are going to have install car.
Curse.
Yes, I can't talk.
I made her read it because the print was really small. and I
Okay.
didn't have my reader, so.
So, for parents and
This is installing
grandparents,
car
they
seats.
are going to help you install child's car seats the correct way. They can be complicated. I think they got the wrong word in there. They
can be
are going
complicated.
to have the service available by appointment at Station 1, located at 1009 Wildcat Road. Call 839-5039 to schedule an appointment between 8 and 5, Monday through Friday. There are a limited amount of car seats that are available for those who can't afford one, which are provided through a grant from the Anderson County Health Department.
Those are expensive.
They are expensive. So there are currently 4 certified technicians: Chad Womack, Chelsea Norris, Patty Wolf, and Brandon Brown. they are looking to add more safety programs, and so that's pretty awesome. So they can make sure that your car seats are installed properly.
If you've never installed one of those, they're can be intimidating.
They can.
Because you have to get in the seat, or at least like we did on ours, you have to get in the seat, put your knees in the seat,
And, like,
to get down there to that little piece that's like bolted to the frame of the vehicle, and hook that in there to make sure that the car seat doesn't move anywhere.
Yes.
So it can be intimidating if you don't know what you're doing. So they'll help you do that, and then that way you can learn how to do it, and so.
All right, so what else we got?
Okay, so we have the Friends of the Library book sale. So Friends of the Anderson Public Library book sale is going to be Saturday, August the 4th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And the proceeds from the Friends book sale primarily are returned to Anderson County Schools through the group's literacy grant program. I always have a hard time.
Literacy is such a hard word.
It is. I always have to stop and say it. Right, I have to stop.
Literally, literacy.
I have to stop and say it slow or I'll screw it up every time. And so that's returned through the school through that, and it's open to all the teachers and designed to support and enhance the literacy at the schools.
Good job.
Woo! All right, so First Baptist Church is having a blood drive on Tuesday, August the 14th from 12:30 to 7 at First Baptist Church. You have to be 18. I read that somewhere a while
No,
ago.
17 years old.
17, I'm sorry. I read
Must
that
be at least 17 years old, 16 with parental consent, weigh at least 110 pounds.
because they don't want you passing out.
I think we good.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna leave that there.
We're good.
That calls for a drink.
Here, let's get us some water. I'll get water.
It's been this kind of week.
I'll drink the lemonade.
That's part of the reason why it's more than 110 pounds. It's a beer weight.
16-year-old donors must have a signed parental permission slip, which
Yes.
can be found at kybloodcenter.org.
So you can schedule a donation or the walk-ins.
Okay?
So I think that's all, because we already got that on there, right? Is that all in this section? All right, so.
Yep, we talked about that. We
Yep,
talked
let me
about
talk about our little athletes over
All
here
right,
real
yes,
quick.
let's talk about the athletics.
How did I miss? Oh, it's on this section. I'm like, I'm all turned around. All right, so bat swag. 10U girls.
Okay, listen, we've got some major athletes.
We
in
do,
this
girls
town.
especially.
I know, the girls are rocking it.
We love the boys too, don't get me wrong. But we got some good girl sports
We
going
do.
on.
We got some good girls.
So our bat swag is, I think they're all mainly Anderson County kids, these, on this particular bat swag. So this is bat swag 10U. They went to the World Series in Johnson City, Tennessee, and they won the whole World Series. And so they are Ava Rogue, Molly Wooldridge, Mallory Leathers. Her mama works with us, Tanya.
Yes, Tanya.
She's one of our social workers. Lauren Satterley, Bailey Mitchell, and Shy Ross.
Shy.
Kate Baden. Is that Mackenzie Baden's little sister?
I don't know.
I'm guessing probably. Bailey Hudgens, Allie Jones, and Mason Stamper. And then their coach, one of their coaches is Todd Wooldridge.
Saffel Street principal.
He's the principal at Saffel Street, right? And Jeremy Satterley and Ryan Ross. So they are cute little girls, and they've got their big trophy and their rings and all
That is awesome. Good job, girls.
Yes. So we'll come back to that in just a second since we're talking softball. I know we talked about this last week, but this is a ginormous picture of my kid and one of her besties, Izzy,
Oh,
where they
yeah.
won the World Series week before last.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, look at that. That's a great big old picture. So, yeah, we're getting ready to go to practice here in a minute. And they're playing another tournament this weekend that's going to be good weather, so I'm okay with
Yes.
it.
Yes.
All right.
And then you've got
Football.
football. Okay. Now, I heard you and I went to lunch this week.
Yes.
And the band was practicing.
Yes.
I love to hear the band.
Band.
Yes.
I don't want to be in the band.
No, but I want to hear it.
And I like having the band at the football games. I do
Yes,
not.
and it makes me get excited about football.
I do not like having the band at the basketball games because it makes it so loud in the gym.
I know, but
I can't hear myself. I
it
can't hear
gets me
myself
excited.
think. But now football, I'm okay with it.
Listen, we might have to do a show at a football game.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
We might have to do that.
As long as it's not 1,000 degrees outside.
Yeah. I don't know. Mr. Producer may think I'm crazy.
Oh, he's already at the football game videotaping.
Oh.
But if we do it before the football game,
We could do the color announcing. We could have a girl
I think they have somebody.
football.
I think they have somebody that does that.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's Mike Haird.
We could totally talk about the uniforms.
I think it's Mike Haird.
No. Mm-mm.
It would.
No.
middle school. He does it for middle school.
Okay, so we could totally
Middle
put a
school.
girl spin on the Bearcat football.
Yes. Now, I like football. I know enough
I
about...
know about football too.
I know enough about football to know what I'm talking about.
Me too, but we could put a little bit of a female spin to it too.
Yeah. Well, you know, and I know
And
this
then we could focus a little bit on the cheerleaders and the band, and we can make it all around experience.
I know this is not Anderson County, but one of my high school teachers from Mercer County, listen, I think she still does it. She calls color football for Mercer for years, Marion Davis. So I don't know if she still does that or not, but she has been their color commentator at the football games and doing the announcing for
We could totally
years.
do it.
So I don't know if she still does it or not, but she was always a big athlete.
Now listen, I just finished the 3rd season of Last Chance U on Netflix.
Yes. Never watched them in
so,
the
It's so good.
I know you told me about it. You know,
It is so good.
I don't have time.
I so wanted to. I looked into becoming an advisor at a college. I looked into seeing how much
How do
money
you
they made.
How do you have time to do all this?
Because I do laundry and watch it. I mean, come
But
on.
when? What part of the day?
Night.
I know where you're at every day, all day until.
It's at night. Because I
tired
loved
at that
this
point.
show. I loved the show and thought, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to be a college advisor for these Last Chance U boys.
I wouldn't advise it.
No, because they didn't make
They'll make
anything.
anything.
No.
You gotta pay bills.
No. Oh my
I wouldn't
gosh.
advise it.
Now listen, you cannot watch this show with your children around because
It's one of those where
the
they go to bed.
language. Mm-mm.
Well, now sometimes, especially when school starts back and the girls have to go to bed at a reasonable hour, sometimes we'll watch something on TV when they're upstairs and already in the bed.
The language is bad, but it is so good.
I'm sure it's the same stuff they hear at school. Just saying.
I just saw a head pop out. Oh, but it is
probably
so good.
the high
Anyway,
schooler.
but it's all about all these like Division I football stars that like get in trouble or they are doing drugs and they get kicked off the team and then they go down to these junior college schools and they play ball down there.
And they do well.
And they're trying to get back to a Division
Okay.
I school so they can go on to the NFL.
Okay.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay, so since we're talking about school, 2 weeks from today,
2 weeks.
school starts back.
We need a boomerang right here. Okay, anyway, all right.
Teacher friends are like, ah!
Squirrel.
Yes.
This is what we were trying to talk about.
Yes, this is what we're trying to talk about. So apparently we have a new transfer who is a high profile transfer into the Anderson County Bearcat football team. So his name is, he's a junior running back, Charles Collins. He ran for 2,004 yards and 29 touchdowns last year at district rival Montgomery County. And has
I bet he scored several of those touchdowns on our team.
probably against us, has relocated with his family to Anderson County. His parents have accepted positions with the Anderson County school system.
The move has been hailed by one website as the biggest transfer news in Kentucky
This fall.
this fall.
Yeah. So, Mr. Collins,
Welcome.
you got big expectations. School hasn't even started
Hey,
yet.
listen, I'm gonna call you Cece.
Cece. Cece, you got big you don't even know who we are yet. And you've already got big
You gonna meet
expectations.
us? We gonna praise you.
He
That
is
might
like-
not be a good thing. Though.
He is like, who is these women?
Who
talking
is
about me?
these
Who's
women?
women? Who's
That
these
is not
women?
proper grammar.
It is where I come from.
Where I come from.
I'm from Savisa.
You from Mercer County.
Hey, I said on Facebook the other day, I'm still waiting for them to incorporate Savisa into Anderson County because most people, Savisa people, my Savisa peeps, most people in Savisa feel like they're part of Anderson County.
I know.
Not
Anderson
Mercer County.
Yes, because it's
Not Mercer County. Because we're so far away from Harrodsburg and we're so
Yes.
close to Lawrenceburg.
That's right.
That Savisa people really truly.
Savisa should be Anderson.
Yeah, so we really feel like we're more Anderson
That
County
would
than we
help
are
our
Mercer
tax
County.
base too.
Right, and which is why Mercer County's not going to let go of that because they're like, ain't getting it. But I always had more of a connection to it. One, because both sides of my family are from
Okay, so CC, we are going to be big fans of yours and watch you, and we're going to cheer for you.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else in the sports?
No, I think it was just it.
Okay, so
Okay, so what
let's
you got
talk about what we got going
That's
on.
that's your whole
All right, Kendall. Listen, I have emailed Kendall. He may have emailed me back. I just didn't get a chance to check it before. But I have emailed Kendall Clinton. He is our Anderson County Tourism Director.
Who we
And
still have
I-
yet to meet, but
But listen, this is what I've emailed him about. I have asked him when he's going to come be a guest.
Okay, and he said.
And I don't know. He hadn't emailed me
okay.
back. So I'm planning
Okay.
to have him come be a guest. Be our guest.
Be our guest. Oh, they don't want to hear us.
They don't want to hear us sing. Okay, so this Friday we have 2 events happening. One downtown at the Green and one at Sand Spring Baptist.
Well, because this week
Because
is
the crazy monsoon
Storm last
canceled Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
so they're having it this week.
Yes. So there'll be inflatables starting at 7 and free popcorn and drinks. The Kona Ice of the Bluegrass truck will also be there. And the movie starts at dark. So finally, Star Wars.
We got a little bit of bad weather here. No trees here in this area. I don't know if there was any trees lost in any other parts of Anderson County. But I had to go to Versailles yesterday to take the girls to the orthodontist. When they said it looks like a bomb went off there, they weren't kidding. There is trees everywhere on the
Had to
ground.
have
in
a
Woodford County.
tornado.
Well, straight line winds. Even at Clark Funeral Home, the big pretty funeral home there, if you're coming from Tyrone, if you come that direction, that ginormous, huge oak tree out front on the ground. That tree has to be at least 100 years old, at minimum, because it's ginormous on the ground. Like the one that takes up the whole front yard, it's on the ground. I mean, it looks awful. I feel bad for them because I love me some trees, particularly mature trees, and the whole downtown part of Versailles, there's just trees everywhere.
That's sad.
It is sad. It sucks.
All right.
Okay, so Friday
we
night.
also have at Sand Spring Baptist Church, they are hosting Joseph Habedank.
Yeah, I don't.
Is that it?
I guess.
Habedank.
Habedank.
And the Irwins for a gospel concert from 7 to 10:30.
Yep.
The church brings in 1 and sometimes 2 well-known gospel groups each month.
That's
so
true.
is this the second one for this month? Joseph
Yep.
Habedank.
Yeah, 'cause
I
they
like
had-
that name.
They had one earlier this month, like.
So
12
come
weekends.
to Sand Spring if you want to get some good gospel music Friday night. And then if you can't come out this Friday night to see Star Wars, next Friday night, August the 3rd, A Wrinkle in Time, starring Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, and Zach
I've heard it pronounced
Zach.
Zach
Galifianakis.
Galifianakis.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Galifianakis.
He's a famous
That's
actor.
it. Galifianakis.
He's a famous actor. I've not seen that movie, but I
And
love me
several
some-
others.
I love me some Reese Witherspoon.
Again, inflatables, Kona Ice, and free popcorn and drinks. Reese Witherspoon. Okay, so Sweet Home Alabama.
Love me some Reese.
That has been on in the last little bit, and I heard they might be doing a remake or like a number two.
It's not even. Oh, at number 2. I was like, it's not even been out that long. What do you mean doing
But
a
a number
remake?
2, like
Okay.
Sweet Home Alabama number 2.
I was like, wait, what? How can they be doing? Okay,
yeah.
you're about to give me a heart attack.
How much fun would that be? I love
me.
Reese.
Me too.
I really think if the boys decide that they don't want to go trick or treating this year, then I might be Reese Witherspoon, illegally blonde,
Perfect, Gloria. But where are you gonna do it at?
downtown.
At your booth?
Uh-huh.
At your booth? Should have to have a county attorney booth.
Of course.
Yeah.
What do you
Okay.
think?
Yeah. Okay. How you gonna pull off the blonde? Need some hair?
Maybe.
You got a pink suit, and you need a dog. You can bring Woody.
I bring Woody. Be my dog.
Like this, underneath your arm.
He's so heavy
Carry a
though.
briefcase.
He's so chubby.
Well, maybe you need a plush dog.
I might need a fake one.
Yeah.
And he would probably try to go, I'm sorry, you all, that I'm going to say this, but my dog is a humper. He would probably try to find a little girlfriend.
Sounds like you need to have him fixed.
It's really bad. It's really bad. Okay, sorry. Here we go.
That's a visual we didn't
Here.
need. I put them last because they're supposed to
Oh,
be
we
last.
got 5 minutes. Hurry.
I know.
Go.
Okay, so I think we've just about done. Yeah.
We're the end of the month.
Well, we've got this one is the only one. The one that we
The
don't.
Camp NaNoWriMo.
Yes, at the Anderson Public Library on July 31st at 6 o'clock. Okay, so the Ryan Strong Kicking Cancer concert and family event. I said all that in one big sentence and got it right. Look at that. Saturday, August the 4th from 12 to 8. The DJ is from 12 to 3. The band begins at 3 o'clock. They are taking donations. They're going to have face painting, silent auction, balloon animals,
Food trucks.
board breaking,
Did you
volleyball.
already say that?
No,
I'm sorry.
I didn't. Okay, we've talked about that a couple times. We're almost done with this because we've been talking about it all summer. So the summer food service program South Street Elementary School until August the 8th, so up through right before school starts, the day before school starts. You can get them breakfast from 8 to 9:30, lunch from 11:15 to 12:45. On Saturday, it's at the Anderson County Farmers Market. Breakfast is from 9 to 11 and lunch is from 11 to 2. And then on Monday through Friday, the mobile sites are Corns Mobile Home Park from 12:15 to 12:45, Tyrone Baptist Church from 1 to 1:30, and Northwood Loop from 1:45 to 2:15.
And we think the splash park.
Yeah, and we think it's Splash Park. So talking about our email, because I always get it wrong.
And if you would like to email us at lalwithtnt@gmail.com with any questions, concerns, or events, please do so.
Yeah. Okay, so the Woody I told you it was this kind of week.
Have you a drink? What is that? Red's ale?
Red strawberry ale.
That is good.
I don't like beer at all, but this is really good. It's really sweet. My mother-in-law, of all people, is the one who introduced me to it. She served it to me one time in a wine glass with some strawberries cut up in it.
Oh, yum.
Yeah. Yes, it's fantastic. It's the only thing that I will drink that's any kind of beer family at all, because I don't like beer at all. But they have apple ale and they have peach ale, and I've tried some of those and they're okay. But I really like the strawberries.
Red strawberry ale.
The strawberry is really the sweetest. So, okay, the pet of the week. So Cleo, okay, so I read about him earlier, and I can just picture him because they describe him as being full of spunk.
And super sweet.
That means to me energy.
Hyper.
That's what that means. So Cleo is a young, spirited healer mix. Read. Lots of energy.
Yes.
Cleo absolutely loves attention. She's extremely smart. Well, of course she is, because she's a girl. And would be a great dog for agility or other canine competition. Cleo does not like it when other dogs are dominant with her, but she has gotten along with the other dogs at the shelter. We recommend a meet and greet with potential adopters' other dogs before taking her home. Cleo would be a great addition to an active family and would make a remarkable competitor in the canine sports. She's cute. Look at her big ears. She
is cute.
She kind of got French bulldog ears.
She's kind of got woody ears.
Yeah. And so here's Dakota. Dakota is an approximately 4-month-old kitten, very friendly, ready for his forever home. He's cuddly and playful, and he has 4 other siblings who are also looking for new families. They have lots of cats, they said, kittens and cats of all types and personalities, so even if Dakota is not your one, you can come check out their other kittens. They have to be old enough to be spayed or neutered before they can go home.
Dakota and Cleo need homes.
It's kind of hard to see Dakota in this picture, but she's kind of a yellow-looking cat.
Yeah, but I'm sure Mr. Producer will put the color
picture on there. Yeah, I saw her in color.
Mm-hmm.
So what else we got? Anything? Today's Thursday, so you probably won't see this. You probably won't see it till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow.
Friday.
2 weeks before school.
Yeah, I think we're summer. I can't believe today's July 26th.
Okay, listen, y'all. I know I've posted this on my Facebook, so if we're Facebook friends, you've probably already seen this. But we had a good day in court today because we had a brave young man today.
We did.
And so I just needed to give him a little bit of a shout out because he was really strong and brave. And
we can't say his name.
We can't say his name, but I put in my Facebook post that he walked a little taller and shoulders a little bit stronger out of the courthouse than he did in the courthouse. So these kids that Tia and I see
sometimes have to come to court for something that they've not done, something somebody else has done.
Right, and they have to talk about really traumatic events in their lives, and the fact that they are brave enough to do so, and they do it, and
he was great.
He felt good. I mean, he felt proud of himself, and I'm so proud of these kiddos.
Yeah, he did good.
Yeah.
And we see kids like that all the time.
Yeah, so I just have to give him a big shout out.
And we had an adoption earlier in the week that was great.
And then I get back to the office and I have a thank you note from one of my kids. Like, my kids that I deal with in juvenile criminal court are my kids, and they will always be my kids, even though I'm hard on them. And he has 2 kids of his own now, and he told me thank you for being hard on him. Yeah, so
takes a village.
I had a good day today, and I don't have those all the time. I don't get thank yous a lot, and that's going to do me for about a year.
Good.
I'll be good. I'm
Good.
I'm refreshed now
Yes.
and ready to go.
I'm going to remind you of that when I drop more stuff in your life. Because as soon as she walked in today, I went, we got to talk about something. I was like, I know you got enough on your plate, but you got to deal with this too.
So I just have to give. We deal with a lot of kids that have a lot on their shoulders,
Yes.
and I just want to give those kids
That will make them strong
a
adults,
big
though.
shout out. Mhm.
That will make them strong adults.
It will. It will. So
It'll do well for them in the future. So, on that note,
y'all have a good weekend
we will
and a good week next week.
yes, we will see you next week, and hopefully, maybe when we do it next week, maybe the rain is gone. But right now, it's looking like it's going to rain all week.
But we're gonna be sunshiny and cheery.
And next week is the 127 yard sale. We didn't even talk about that. Y'all got to get ready because people can't drive and people will be parked on the side of the road. So just be careful, please.
I'm moving out of my subdivision next week. Then
Hey, look, I'm all for the yard sale. I made lots of money off that yard sale because our old house was right there, right off of 127. We made lots of money, but people drive like fools. So y'all got to slow down. You got to pay attention to what you're doing, and you got to pay attention to what everybody else is doing.
stay out of my sub. No, I'm just kidding.
No, all the people in the subdivision are like, we're trying to make some money.
I know my neighbors love it.
The best advice I can give you is to pay attention to what you're doing and pay attention to what everybody else is doing. So you're going to have to drive proactive, not reactive. Okay? Because unfortunately, we've seen lots of wrecks during those. One at the end of our street a couple of years ago, car turned over, on its hood, on its top, at the end of my street. I'm like, that's ridiculous. So that will be, and a lot of people have already started setting up. They've already started setting up in Salvisa, getting ready for it. Yes. So
I'm running away.
so prepare for it. But look, it brings a lots of tourism dollars to our town.
I know.
Because they stop and they eat in the restaurants. They stop and get gas. They love it.
They stop in my subdivision in the middle of the road.
And they spend money.
They stop in my subdivision in the middle of the road.
All your neighbors gonna be mad at you.
No. Mm-mm. Most of my neighbors are gonna be like,
The ones that are
preach it,
having-
sister, preach.
No, the ones that are having the yard sales are gonna be mad. They're gonna be like,
Just don't stop in the middle of the road.
yes, pull off over the top. And
Y'all have a good weekend.
and if it's raining, it's gonna put a damper on it, and it'll tear up the yard. So you might want to stop it in the road.
I put up stakes in my yard.
Okay, that'll work. All right, we'll see y'all next week. Bye.